Hi there, this is Niki Rowland for Just Nick, and today I am working with a new cut file in the store called Before Time. It features these cute little dinosaurs and those dino footprints. I'm using a photo of my little boy with his dinosaur friends. I have started off by cutting a large dinosaur, the T-Rex, in one side of my white cardstock, as well as some footprints. I've pulled out some older papers, the Crate Paper Collection Cool Kid, which has some dinosaurs in it and that I really loved when it first came out, but I still have a few bits left. So I'm going to backfill my big dinosaur with the 6x6 paper from the Cool Kid collection that has dinosaurs all over it. I've just drawn around the cutout dinosaur onto that piece of paper and roughly drawn around it onto that paper and cut it out. And now I'm just going to stick it behind that aperture on foam pads. Now that the big dinosaur's done, I'm just going to infill all those little footprints too. I've chosen lots of different papers from the same collection. I'm also raising them up on foam pads. I was trying to choose some plainer patterns rather than the really busy patterns because I think that they will show up better. But I was also trying to get as many different patterns as I could, which meant some of them had to be busy. I've done my best there at getting all different ones. And actually, once I turn over, the result is really lovely. I'm really pleased with how it turns out. So there you go. That's my backfilling done. And now I'm just trying to find a piece of paper to go around the edge to give me a bit of a colourful border. Because I've got different layers on my back of my cardstock, I've had to add a few extra foam pads to make it all look right. And now I have to repair the back because I had a frame that was already cut that I wanted to use. And now I'm just sticking a piece of cardstock over the back of that layout so that it's a bit more neat and tidy. Now, because the paper that I've backfilled the big dinosaur with has lots of little dinosaurs all over it, it's quite a busy paper, I wasn't too happy with the way that it stood out. So I've just used a pen there to go around the outside edge of the dinosaur to give him a bit more definition. Um, as well as using the before time cut file, I've also used the outline alphas and I've cut the word dino using that outline. They're very skinny and I've made them quite small. Yeah, it was challenging to get those perfect. But I've also cut the letters, the infills for the letters with different papers from the same collection and very carefully sticking each one inside each outline letter. Now, normally I would raise these on foam pads, but there is no way I can cut my foam pads small enough to stick onto those very skinny letters. I'm just having to make do with flat letters today and using my wet PVA glue to do that. Okay, so that's my word all done. And of course, there's nothing to stop me from raising the word itself up on foam pads, which I probably will do. So now I can start putting my layout together. So I've got my two photos and I've pulled out a few bits of paper and some journaling cards that I've got left over from the ephemera pack to go behind my photos there. They just needed a bit of colour to make them stand out a little bit. And I say I've got quite a few bits left over from this collection, so I'm delighted that I'm able to use it on this layout. So there you go, my photos are ready, and there, I'm just looking through the ephemera pack there to see if there's anything else that I can squeeze in, and that's one piece going in there, and there's a tag here as well that will work really well. It's got a lovely little phrase on it that I want to use, so I've just cut that out of the middle of the tag, but I'm still going to use the tag behind my photo. I think right now I'm looking for twine. There you go, there it is. And I'm just going to wrap a few bits around the top of that tag and stick that in place. And then I'm going to position that behind my photograph. There we go. The little phrase that was on the tag that I cut out was said wild thing, which went really well with this layout. So there I've just put that just underneath the dinosaur there. And now I'm going to get my title in place, raised up on foam pads, so at least my title does have the dimension that I was after all. So yeah, happy with that. So I want to add another word to my title. So I've just pulled out a pack of thickers there, and I'm just going to add the word friends just underneath my title. Unfortunately, there were no E's in my thickers pack, so I had to make one by chopping apart, using an F and adding a little bit tag down the bottom there to make the E. I do that all the time with thickers. They're so annoying that they run out of letters. Um, yeah, that's one of those tricks that I do a lot. And now I'm just getting all of my other little bits and pieces stuck in place. So I've just stuck down Wild Thing. I've got Eat Sleep Raw left over from one of the sticker packs from this collection. I'm just adding those words in there and seeing what else I can add from the ephemera pack and the other bits and pieces that I've got left over from that collection. I've got those dinosaur feet that came from the cut file, and I placed those on the layout to see if they would work, but they didn't. The patterns work much better rather than the white cutout, so they've just gone in the bin. And now I'm just adding a few bits and pieces left over from a older freckled fawn kit that I've had in my stash for quite some time. It's all black and white stuff, so it goes really well with this layout. And I'm now finishing off by adding a few more bits and pieces, some chipboard shapes, some wood veneer, and I will add some enamel dots as well because they help to add colour, and I add them to pretty much every layout that I do. Yeah, obviously you have to put them on this layout too. I've got some yellow and green ones there that go really well with the colours in this layout. So now I'm just getting everything, all the last bits stuck in place. I've used glossy accents to stick down the chipboard pieces because they have a habit of pinging off. Then just adding some final details, some little black puffy hearts there that go really well with the layout. And yeah, that's pretty much my layout done. I'm just going to add some journaling now. So I've used a ruler and a pen to draw some lines, and then I write my journaling in. I'm always cautious about not using too many or adding too many lines before I know what I'm writing. So I can always add more lines, but I can't take them away. So that's what I'm doing there. It takes me a few attempts to get all my journaling down there. But yeah, that's pretty much my layout done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've really enjoyed using the before time cut file and the outline alphas cut file too. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.